Now, in this one, we are going to go into mostly into reason why, how we can change this. We are going to be using a tool to help us to tame our brain, and I'm going to show you one. Let me go into the action right now. First, I'll recap. Many times we ask, why do I procrastinate? Why I'm fearful? Why do I self-sabotage myself? Or why do I seem to never succeed? Or why do I limit my dreams, etc.? And we have so many challenges or excuses. And at one point, we all of us thought that were some kind of curse, put it to us even before we were born. But after you saw last week, we talk about the brain. We talk actually the brain is made of three brains, and they have come at different times in the evolution of the brain. The first one was what we call the crocodile or the lizard brain. This reaction to danger is the one that scares us all the time. And just to recap, again, is when we have challenges and we have some kind, like, for example, you go to a Mexican restaurant, you have a terrible enchilada, you said, I'm never going to have Mexican food anymore. And that's your crocodile brain talking, really. And it is reasoning too from your other brains, and we are going to talk about that. But people that said, I have a bad experience in network marketing, the same thing. These are people that they are reacting. Now we have the mouse brain, and this is the social brain. This is where some emotions are. And this, the mouse brain, and by the way, that's the way that it's called. It's not necessarily the real name. It's called the midbrain in some places. But anyway, they help in the social interaction. Also, we're good and bad. Bad in the sense that if everybody's doing something, we want to do what they are doing, even if it's wrong, like having a job, going to school, etc. The next one is the neocortex or the human brain. This is where the high mental functions are. Is where imagination is, creativity. It's amazing. It's good and bad. It's great because we can create things. It's bad because we can actually create logic or creativity to keep us out of something. Like, for example, you start thinking, oh, I'm not good in this business, and you start finding reasons, and you're going to find them. And the reason you are going to find them is because this part of the brain that you see there, it's called the reticular activation system, or RAS. This is the one that brings focus by working as a filter of the brain. As I said before, if there are so many stimulus coming from the outside, the brain cannot take them all of them at the same time, or you cannot take them. And then what it does, it focuses in just few of them, few activities. If not, you will go crazy. It has been said that some problems of attention deficit disorder is because this part of the brain is being overstimulated. But anyway, these are the brains, and now we have to find how we can actually have that brain working for us. And there are so many techniques. Let me tell you first about a formula. Now, this formula is very simple, yet powerful. When you have this formula and you follow it, whoa, there is no way that you cannot be successful. Now, the formula is very simple. The first part of the formula is intention times attention times action equal results. Now, if the intention is the right intention and you have the right attention, you are going to go into action and have results. And we are going to talk a little about this in a second. But this is a simple formula, but really powerful. It's a formula that's going to help you to reach any goal. Now, let's talk about the intention. Intention is when you declare your goals. Later, more about declarations. And by the way, this is going to be cool when we get into declarations. Now, an intention starts like a dream. When you write your dreams, then they become intentions. Why people don't write their goals? Now, it is interesting because you probably heard that many times, some kind of experiment that was done in the 50s where they took a whole class, I think it was in Harvard, and they found that 3% of them were writing goals. And at the end of 20 or 25 years, that 3% was most successful and were making more money than the rest of the group combined. Now, knowing this since the 1950s, and by the way, this is something that probably many of you have heard before, why people don't write their goals. Well, remember the croc brain? Maybe once or many times you wrote a goal and did not happen. Your croc brain wants to keep you away of pain. And to do so, it has to stop you of writing goals. You see the little crocodile? Nobody hurts my baby. Well, what happened is it's a form of protection. And then after a while, after you write in your goals, and by the way, many times think that the goals are the intentions or the different declaration that you do at the end of the year, all the 5 top, etc. But nothing happened that year. The next year you write them again, and then after a while you don't take it seriously. And again, it's because you feel your brain, your croc brain, is protecting you. And of course, you start making logic through with the human brain why goals don't work. But this is the main reason. Now, the intention, and what happens is then you start focusing on why not to write goals, and your RAS, and again, reticular activation system, find all kind of reasons and even research that proves that writing goals do not work. And you probably heard some people saying that, and many people that probably you know really personally. Now, let's give some love to the croc. Recognize that he is doing his job, or her, I don't know if it is or her, and thank him. Writing goals work, and we are going to see how we can get there. Now, a little about goals. It is important to write goals in many areas, including toys, goals like cars, boats, jewels, etc. However, watching Jack Canfield in one of his seminars, I learned that most people do not write feeling goals, and I was one of them. After I learned this, I started writing feeling goals. Now, when you're writing a goal, make sure you write a feeling goal connected to your actual goal. How do you want to feel? How would you like to act? Oops, let me go back. All right, and this is important. For example, you say I want to earn $10,000 per month or more. We are going to talk about that in a second. Then you write the goal how you want it to feel, excited, and the reason you do that is because you're going to write the emotion that you want to feel, and then you act that when you are writing your goals, when you are reading your goals. It's really important. Now, these are the steps to create an effective intention. You have to do this. It's really important. Write at least one goal. Make it as detailed as you can. I will go more in detail in a second. Now, this is important. Write just one goal. Write all the things that you want to accomplish if you want, but just focus on one goal. Now, write as many whys. In other words, why do you want that goal? The more reason you have, the better. Find compelling reasons of what will happen if you don't do this. This is really interesting. No? But the more goals you have, the better. But at the same time, what will happen if you don't do this? Now, you probably heard this before. Many times you say, yeah, I tried this before, but I write a goal, and then for some reason I stop reading the goals. And we are going to go in a minute in a technique that's going to keep you focused on this. Now, write your declarations and affirmations. Probably many of you have heard about affirmations, but no declarations. And we are going to talk about that in a second, because this is the key to help you to write your goals. Now, this is very important. The more wise, the more successful you could be reached, by the way. It's important to write things that you are thankful for, even the things that are challenges. I wrote this wrong. Even challenges that you have. You write everything that you are thankful for. This is really important, because when you are discouraged, you're gonna read those, and we are gonna talk in a minute when you combine it. Now, attention. This is the focus you have for your intention. This attention can't be sustained for long periods of time. And the reason I'm saying this is because many people try to get for hours in doing something, but if you do it for too long, after a while, you can burn out, and we don't want that. Now, when applied to the business, I'm talking about doing isogenics, your focus is in no more than 45 to 60 minute blocks. Some break, that could be 15 or 20 minutes, and then another block of 45 or 60 minutes, then another break. Now, you do a minimum of 1 block a day, but no more than 4 blocks a day. And this is really important to keep in mind, because you think that, even if you have all the time of the world, it's not a good idea to go in so many blocks of time, because you can burn out again. Now, your blocks would be income-producing activities. In other words, doing activities that produce results like 3-way calls, presentations, sending people to videos, follow-up, signing up people, etc. I guess you get the picture. And this is really important. But if you have only 1 block for this, you can be really successful. Now, the blocks can also be divided like 10 minutes or so in smaller blocks. And I know, Alex, you have done this where you actually were calling people at the top of the hour. This is an example of dividing your blocks. This is especially useful for people who does not have a lot of long blocks or long time. I don't know why I have long blocks. Yet it is more effective if you can have 45 to 60 minutes. But either way works really well. Really, really well. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, let's go to the next one. Some important notes about attention. As I said in the first part, Bill Mayer in his book wrote, where your attention goes, your energy flows. If we want to be financially free, we just think about bills or lack of money, we will get more of that. In other words, if you are saying, I'm going to be successful, but you are thinking about the bills that you have or lack of money, you will get more of that. It's simple as that. Okay. Now, if you want to, it's the same, for example, if you want to release weight, just we focus on what we see on the scale, it will really be very, very hard to actually lose the weight. Now, this is important attention because one of the reasons many people they don't have success is because they lack of the attention to the thing that you have to do. You are actually focusing in the opposite of the thing that you want to do. Again, like the bills, etc. And it's really, really bad. And it's one of the reasons I said it's so important for you to be aware where you have your attention and the things that you are doing, what you are saying to yourself, because many times that's what is getting you away from your goals. When focusing goals, it's nice to have pictures of the thing you want and have them on a board. Some people call them dream board, goal board, and treasury map. And this is important because it's a good way to keep your mind in the things that you want. Now, action. This part will happen when you have aligned your intentions and attention. This is the action you will take to reach your goals. And the next part, I will show you a technique that will help you to trick your clock brain and synchronize all our brains in making easy intentions, a better focus, and go into action. Now, let's talk about declarations. Now, this is probably the key, one of the reasons I can say that has helped me to be really successful in the business. And when I focus on activities, when I do this, I have way better results than when I don't do this. This is and a declaration is like a commitment. It is when you declare to the world and to yourself what you are doing and willing to do. A declaration has a few parts to be even more effective, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. It works because it helps to tame the clock brain when done right. Declarations also help to focus, therefore putting the rest to work for you. Affirmations are hard. They work, but it is not easy. Declarations are really powerful tools to rewrite your life scripts. Declarations are done in the now. Example, the Declaration of Independence. It was declared before we were an independent country. I mean, as you know, the war basically started about that. After that, the real world war against the British, because but was after the declaration. Doesn't have to be when you declare something, doesn't have to be done, or you don't have to have even a date. You just say today, now, and we are going to talk about that. This is really important to keep in mind right now. Now, there are several kinds of declarations. You probably have seen this in my newsletter. And every time I send the newsletter, I have my declarations and down below, and I'm sure some of you remember them. Some of you probably didn't notice them. The first one is I choose to. And look the way that I have it. This is the formula. I choose to blank or better right now. Example, I choose to earn $10,000 per month or better right now. I choose because it is easy to your subconscious or even the clock brain to accept choosing. You choose all the time. You choose, for example, what kind of pants are you going to wear today, or where do you want to go today, when, etc. It's a question of choice that we have inside of human brain that is really natural. It's why you are not going to have the resistance that you will have only with affirmations. Or better, when we say, for example, here to earn $10,000 per month or better, in other words, you are not limiting your RAS. In other words, if you can do better, let's do it. And when I say RAS, your reticular activity system, you're not going to be focused only on the specific goal, but could be even better than that. In other words, you are not going to be limited by your goal. And this is really important. This is something that some people miss. And right now, it's because you are choosing today, not tomorrow. You are putting your RAS to work immediately, no later. This is really important. I choose to earn $10,000 per month or better right now. Very important. If you are there, see it by yourself. For example, I don't know what is your goal, but let's suppose that it's $10,000 per month. Say it with emotion and choose to earn $10,000 per month or better right now. How do you feel? It feels really cool. That's why I love declarations. I love declarations. But now, let's go to the next one, because now you choose. But then there is a block. Oh, by the way, as I said, declaration must be said with emotion. It takes only a couple of minutes to do the whole set of declarations. And I go to the next one. I commit to, or better, right now. You see, not only we're going to choose, but we are going to commit to do something. And this is important too, because you are telling your crook brain, your middle brain, your human brain, you are saying, okay, I'm committed to do this. Because you commit many times to do, for example, to cook a meal or to go somewhere. Well, here you are committing yourself, and because you are repeating this every day, you're going to be taming your brains. I commit to earn $10,000 per month or better right now. You're committing today, not tomorrow. This is a really powerful declaration, and you can repeat it right now. Repeat. I commit to earn $10,000 per month or better right now. Again, I'm going to repeat all this several times because repetition is the mother of all skills. This is almost an order to give your brain and mind. You're ready. When you're committing yourself, you're giving an order. Or better, and like I said before, you're not limiting your RAS. If you can do it better, let's do it. Right now, again, you're committing today. Many people think that you have to have a specific date, but they delay the commitment. Goals may have a date, but not the declarations. Now, the next one is deserve. We already have first, I choose, I commit, and I deserve. And let me tell you why this is so important. Many people think that they don't deserve to have success. Let's have an example. I deserve to earn $10,000 per month or better right now. Okay, let's repeat with me. I deserve to earn per month or better right now. How that make you feel? I deserve is really powerful. Many times we feel we don't deserve something. We must wipe out that belief, and declarations do that. When you repeat it consistently, eventually you're going to deserve. By the way, this was one of my blockages. When I started making money in network marketing, and I'm not talking the money that I'm making now, but when I started earning around $5,000 or $6,000 a month, after a while I thought it was coming easy. And it's funny because it took me a year before I started making, 18 months before I started making that kind of money. But and suddenly I started feeling that I didn't deserve it. But then when I started repeating these declarations, I felt good and my income increased. Now, or better, like before, you are not limiting your goals. Now, and right now, obviously, you're allowing it today. And I'm going to repeat this consistently because I want to ingrain in your brain why declarations are so important and very important. You deserve it. You're going to repeat it to yourself. I deserve, but you deserve it because every human being deserves to have the best. And now let's go to the next one. Now, I allow to earn $10,000 per month or better right now. You allow it. And why I have this one, and by the way, you don't have to use all of them if you don't feel comfortable. But the reason I allow is because many times we sabotage ourselves. And this is a way for us to allow our reach their goals. Now, we have to give, in other words, we are giving permission to ourselves to reach our goals. And remember, or better. By the way, I'm using it with money, but you can use it with anything. You can use it. You can say, for example, I choose to release. I don't use the word lose weight, by the way, because when you lose, you may find it back. When I use, you can say I release. I choose to release 10 pounds of weight or better right now. The reason, by the way, is that you say or better because again, you never know what is really exactly your perfect weight. We believe we know, but we don't. Anyway, here I expect, this is really important because you are expecting not only you already choose, not only you are committing, not only you deserve it, not only you allow it to come into your life, but you expect that it's going to happen. I expect to earn $10,000 per month or better right now. Okay, let's repeat it. I know if you are in the car, it doesn't matter, say in loud voice, but if you are surrounded by people because you are with the headphones, maybe it's not a good idea. I expect to earn 10,000 per month or better right now. I expect. You know it is coming. And again, or better, and right now, for the reason Danny said. Okay, these are the declarations, and this formula, you can repeat it, you repeat this consistently. You can repeat the 5 of them, probably in about 3 or 4 minutes. And I'm going to say something else in a second, but anyway. Declaration assists you in many ways. Do you have a resistance to writing goals? And the reason I'm going to use it in goals because I know for every 100 people, only 3 or 4% really write goals and read the goals every day. Here's an example. I choose to write my life goals right now. You see, I don't have of better because you could say of better if for some reason there's a better way for you to get it. But here I didn't see the need. I commit to write my life goals right now. I deserve to write my life goals right now. I allowed to write my life goals right now. I expect to write my life goals right now. And then I have one more thing that I didn't tell you, and affirmations. I say that affirmations are not as powerful, but when they are combined with declarations, they work. The affirmation is, I see myself writing my life goals right now. This is an affirmation. I see myself living in the house of my dreams right now. I'm moving by December. By the way, I didn't put this here, but I'm moving by December 30th, 2012 or before. Again, you are not limited. This is the formula for affirmation. But again, when you combine the affirmation with declaration, nothing can help you. And again, a formula to affirmation say I see myself writing my life goal right now. Or in the case if it's a house, I see myself living in the house, a beautiful house right now, and you can even describe it with emotion. And they say that I'm moving by December 30, 2012 or before. That's the one of the things that I add in affirmations. But look at these declarations; they're really powerful. Now, how to use it with this? I remember last week and today we started with these two. Why do I procrastinate? Why am I fearful? Why do I self-sabotage myself? Interesting. When you start using the different declarations, you basically are breaking many of these. Because when you say, I choose to, you are going into action. You are focusing. You are having a more positive attitude. Many of these problems are going to be disintegrated right away. By the way, you can even create declarations. Why do I procrastinate? You can say, I choose to do things right now. I choose to, let's see, call prospects right now. I choose to right now. You can do the opposite. I choose to have a positive attitude or better right now. I choose to focus on my goals or better right now. I commit to focus on my goals today or right now, or I commit to focus on my business right now. And you see the formula. You can use it with anything that you feel that is a really challenge for you. All this, the formula of the declarations with any problem that comes to you, any challenge that you feel. For example, if you are afraid of rejection, I choose to be brave. You can say that. I be brave and or better right now. I commit to be brave or better right now. I deserve to be brave or better right now. I allow myself to be brave or better right now. I expect myself to be brave or better right now. I am brave and feel strong and better right now. You see, you can use it many ways, and this is going to help you when you use it every day. Declarations. Here's the challenge for you. The best way to create new experiences by repeating or having strong emotions. I'm challenging to create declarations today. When I mean strong emotions, there are people that change their life when they have something coming to them that is really emotional. In most cases, you don't want that. You want to create your own way because you don't want to wait for a very bad emotion or strong emotion or situation for you to change. But anyway, if you want to earn more money, get fit, write goals, be more brave, repeat these declarations every day, at least 3 times a day, or even when you feel discouraged. Do it and you will see a surge of energy from your inner being. And something that I didn't write there, when you combine it by repeating the things that you are grateful for, it's even more powerful. The more you do it, the better you feel. Sometimes you may feel awkward, yet they really work. Declarations are the simplest way to get into the zone. Guys, I hope this helped. I will be talking more about other things similar to this in the future. But you see, here you have the way to get rid of all the things by using all these powerful tools that I told you today, by using the declarations. Um, Guys, I know they work. This is a way for you to destroy the doubts that you have inside yourself, to tame that crocodile brain. The more you repeat it, the better. And the cool thing, when you do this declaration consistently, something that happens is when you remember the formula I told you, the intention plus times attention times action equal results. When you repeat these declarations, your intentions are going to be much more clear. Your attention is going to be way more directed, and obviously your actions are going to be in harmony with your intention and your attention. And of course, your results are going to be amazing.